Rejection. The word most men fear. The sting that cuts deeper than failure. She says no. She pulls away. She chooses someone else. And in that moment, your mind spirals. You question your worth. You wonder if you'll ever be enough. But here's what the average man never learns. Rejection isn't the end. It's the beginning. For the Stoic man, rejection is not humiliation. It is fuel. It is clarity. It is the very fire that forges strength. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you how Stoic men flip the script on rejection, and why what feels like loss is often your greatest advantage. Lesson 1. Rejection is a mirror, not a verdict. Most men take rejection personally. They believe it defines them. She said no, therefore I'm not good enough. But a Stoic man knows better. Rejection is not a verdict. It's a reflection. It shows you the truth about the moment, not the truth about your worth. If she says no, it may mean timing wasn't right. It may mean your energy didn't align. It may simply mean she couldn't see your value. But her perspective does not define you. Her opinion is just that, an opinion. The Stoic man takes rejection as data, not identity, information to observe, not a wound to carry. And in that calm separation, he gains power. Listen to the discipline of detachment. Rejection hurts because men attach their identity to the outcome. They make her yes mean validation. They make her no mean failure. But detachment changes everything. The Stoic man approaches every interaction with one truth. I cannot lose what is not mine. Her acceptance was never guaranteed. Her rejection does not reduce him. He remains the same before and after her answer. And this detachment gives him freedom. Freedom of fear. Freedom of desperation. Freedom from chasing what does not belong to him. Lesson 3. Rejection as redirection. Here's where most men miss it. Rejection is not a wall, is a signpost. It redirects you to where you're meant to be. It clears space for someone or something greater. Think about it. How many times have you been thankful later for what didn't work out? How many doors close so a better one could open? The Stoic man does not dwell on what slipped away. He trusts the redirection. He knows the universe does not subtract without purpose. Rejection is often the hand that guides you to your true path, if only you are patient enough to see it. Lesson 4. The test of emotional control. When rejection hits, most men crumble. They beg, they lash out, they spiral into anger or despair. But the Stoic man remains still, because rejection is the ultimate test of control. Do you let her know control your emotions? Or do you remain unmoved, centered, composed? Every time you stay calm in the face of rejection, you pass the test. You show the world and yourself that your worth is not dictated by acceptance. This composure is rare, and rarity commands respect. Lesson 5. The courage to walk away. The most powerful response to rejection is not chasing. It is walking away with dignity. The average man clings. He pleads for another chance. He tries to convince her of his worth. But the Stoic man knows if she cannot see your value now, convincing will not change it. So he walks, not in bitterness, but with strength, not in anger, but in calm assurance.
Because courage is not in holding on. Courage is in letting go. And when you can walk away unshaken, rejection loses its sting. Lesson 6. Turning pain into power. Rejection carries pain. There's no denying it. But pain is neutral. It is fuel, and fuel can burn aimlessly, or it can be directed with purpose. The Stoic man takes the sting of rejection and channels it into his mission, into his discipline, into building a life so strong, so grounded, that rejection becomes irrelevant. Pain becomes progress when you refuse to waste it, and rejection in the hands of the Stoic man becomes momentum. Lesson 7. The abundance mindset. Rejection only devastates the man who lives in scarcity, the man who believes she was the only one. But the Stoic man sees abundance. He knows one woman's no does not erase the existence of others. He knows opportunities are limitless when he continues to grow. Scarcity breeds desperation. Abundance breeds composure. And nothing is more attractive than the man who knows he will always have options. Lesson 8. Respect is earned in silence. Rejection tempts you to argue, to prove, to explain why she is wrong. But every word you speak in desperation drains respect. Silence, however, earns it back. When you respond to rejection with calm silence, you force her to reflect on your choice. You give her space to question her decision, and you leave her with the weight of the decision. And often, silence does what persuasion never could. It flips the script entirely. Lesson 9. Rejection builds unshakable men. The greatest men in history were forged by rejection, denied, dismissed, doubted, but they refused to collapse. They took every rejection and built resilience. They turned every no into strength. The Stoic man does the same. He does not run from rejection, he embraces it, because he knows each one makes him sharper, calmer, stronger. Rejection does not break him, it builds him. Closing reflections. Rejection is not the enemy, it is the training ground. Every no you face is a chance to grow, a chance to practice stillness, a chance to prove to yourselves that your worth is not negotiable. The average man fears rejection. The Stoic man welcomes it because he knows rejection is not loss, it is redirection, it is refinement, it is the very path to strength. So the next time you face rejection, don't collapse, don't beg, don't explain. Stand tall, stay calm, and walk away with dignity. Because that's how Stoic men flip the script. They turned rejection into power. They turned pain into progress. They turned silence into respect. And in the end, they realized rejection was never something to fear. It was always something to thank. Now let me ask you, have you ever turned rejection into growth? Did it push you towards something better? Share your story in the comments, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and remember, every rejection you face is proof you are still in the arena. Stand firm, stay stoic, and flip the script.